Hi, this is Coach Sean, the realtor, going above and beyond to help you find your dream home. I wanted to come today for a few moments just to talk about 7 ways that you can save money to buy a home. Many people are wondering, how do I get the money to buy a home? How much does it cost for me to be able to buy a home? And so I wanted to kind of give some information to assist you in your home buying process. Make this the year that you begin to secure a home and you can move from renting, where you're actually paying somebody else's mortgage, to actually getting your own, where you're actually investing and being able to get equity in your home, and you're actually making an investment for yourself and for your future. And so the first thing I want to talk about is a down payment. Basically, what a down payment is cash that you bring to the closing to buy a home. Typically, it can be as low as 3%. It can be as high as 20%, depending on if you don't want PMI, which is private mortgage insurance. But you can go as low as 3%. When it goes to conventional loans, you can go as typically for FHA, it's about 3.5%. And many people forget also in that process, you're going to have closing costs, which is going to be a percentage of the loan too, depending on where you live at. And so what the down payment does is it serves as insurance of sorts to your lender. So when you hand over that money, it shows them that you are invested in this property and invested in what you say you want to do. And more than likely, because you invested and you put your own money into it, that you are going to more than likely pay these monthly payments and not default in it when it's time for you to be able to pay it. So I want to give you 7 things real quick. Number 1, automate your savings. In other words, you set it with your account that you take this amount out, whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, but you begin to get an idea of how much you think you're going to need to be able to pay for this home, and then you set it at that particular amount so that you can have it and you can be able to buy a home. Number 2, set up a down payment fund. It's kind of similar to the first one, but setting up a down payment fund basically is you're setting a budget and you're sticking to it. A lot of times we'll start with certain things and we'll set it, but we won't stick to it, but set to it. So one of the things you can do in order to make it is, make your coffee at home. Starbucks and all the different places we go for coffee can actually add up when you take that away. Make your own lunch. Paying for lunch, especially nowadays where we're going into inflation, has an effect on it. Cancel or cut back on cable. Sometimes we're not watching all those shows that are on the TV anyway. A lot of people are going to different streaming things like Hulu and things like that. So that's number 2. Number 3, down payment assistance programs. I always want to bring this up and at least make this available to you if you want to use it or not. But there are down payment assistance programs that are out there. If you have a 640 credit score or above, a good lender should be able to give you a down payment assistance program. And I've seen some up to $10,000 that will be able to help you to be able to buy a home. And many people don't know about that. If you would go to ida.org, ihda.org, you'll find the ones in our state. But you want to talk to the lenders also. All right, number 4, a gift from a family member. Here's another one other people don't know about, that you can actually get a gift from a family member for down payment assistance. Typically, and you want to find out what the guidelines from your lender is, but it'll probably be in the form of them giving it to you, but they'll have to give you a letter that is as a gift. And typically, depending on the lender, that's something that can happen. Here's another one. And you want to consider this one. You want to look at all angles. These are suggestions. These are information. I want you to go back and find it for yourself. You can actually, at times, you can use your 401k. Now, you want to check with your employer. You want to see if there's a penalty or whatever the tax ramifications may be behind your retirement fund. And sometimes you don't want to move in that, but it is an option. There are some times where you'll have situations where you can borrow it or you can get it and it won't even affect you at all. So that's something you can look at and see if it's good for you. Next one, which I believe is number 6, save your tax refund. Many of us are going to be getting our tax refunds. They'll be coming pretty soon. And if you would take that portion and save it, and say you get down payment assistance, or you can get a gift, and you can add or mix in any of these, you probably have enough for a home. Typically, you're going to probably be looking at 6 to 8% of whatever the purchase price is. It could be lower, but I'm just giving you a ballpark figure depending on, you have to talk to the lender. But listen, if you buy a $100,000 home, you may need 6 to 8,000. Now, if you get down payment assistance, that cuts off of it. There are also things called seller concessions that we could talk about. Maybe in this market, I'm not sure, but sometimes it does happen. So we can look at that. The last one, number 7, get a side hustle. Work another part-time job. Some people have done Uber. There's, I believe, a website called Fever, Feverr, that you can go in. If you have a talent or something along those lines, you can use it. But I just wanted to give you these options, this information, because there are ways that you can be able to buy a home. You can get a home. If you are looking for a home, contact me. Let's do a free consultation and talk about where you can go. I want to give you information that can help you make the best decision that's for you. If you're not ready right now, you're not ready right now, but get on the path of getting ready for it. Either way, I want to see you move into home ownership in 2022. As always, I thank you for watching this video, and God bless.